Horiani Larueni.
I got a message for all my healers out there. When we talk about healing people and helping people in their healing process, remember, it has an ing on the end. And that ing represents action that's going to be necessary to be taken on an ongoing basis. See, there's no such thing as past tense healed. Once you are traumatized, once something is scarred, the scar tissue will grow back, but the mind records that trauma. Why does the mind record that trauma? To help you out in future issues that may come up similarly. And spiritually, if you are able to conquer that thing when the winds blow again against that trauma and you respond to it differently or better even, that means spiritually you've elevated. You see, spirit is going to allow the trauma to happen. The spirit doesn't want you to heal from it because something in that trauma you need to learn. You need to learn to elevate your character in a certain way, and you need to learn how to move around and do things differently. That's what the trauma was for. You ever broke a bone? The wind blows and it aches. You see, that wind is letting you know, that spirit is letting you know that you broke a bone. Don't do the same thing that will help you break a bone again. Spirit is going to teach you the same lesson. That's why it's called healing. So we got to stop this whole I'm healed, oh I'm healed, burning sage at the same time. I'm healed. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because you're only healed if you can step in the same room with the person that traumatized you, give them a hug, give them dap, love on them, do business with them, shake hands, eat at the same table with them. But most people can't even eat at the same table with somebody that traumatized them. And you're healed? See, people think they're healed because they've moved on from it. They walked away from it. You're only healed in the past tense if you can see that traumatizing thing, person, or place and still walk into that building. Still walk up to that person and shake their hand. Still love a person who's committing the same traumatizing act and benevolently still give despite what they do. Because sometimes if a person shows back up in your life, or a person that symbolizes trauma shows back up in your life, you know what that means? That means that you still have something to learn, especially if you let them into your life. Before you blow your lid, let me give you an example, okay, of what I mean by stepping in the same room with someone who traumatized you or loving them despite what they do, right? Let me give you an example. Let's say you were married and your spouse did some things that was traumatizing for you, which caused you guys to break up. And here comes a new person. Everything's good in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, things start happening that reminds you of what you went through in your marriage, right? So what do? Do you respond to them with that same energy? Do you respond to them with the anger that the other person created? Or do you level up and you get to the root of an issue with this new person? Because guess what? You're going through it again, second time around. Guess what? You didn't learn the first time. You're learning this time. Hopefully you're learning this time. And the only way you learn is to do something different. That's healing. See, healing has everything to do with your own personal growth. Healing is not a concept that you get to walk away from something and call it you're healed because I chose to walk away. That's not always healing. Healing is being able to see that person that you were married to, that did mistreat you, and see them at a family reunion somewhere. Maybe you guys have kids or something. And see them at a family reunion and you still treat them cordially. You still can shake their hand or give them a hug and say, hello, how you doing? You can sit down and share a barbecue rib dinner with them at the barbecue, family barbecue, waiting to exhale, right? You get what I'm saying though. So you got to be able to do something other than just walk away to consider yourself healed. If you haven't been able to do that, you're not healed. You're still in the ing, and these things are showing back up to help you in the ing mode so that you can get to the ed healed education. You get it? You get it? Got it. Box.
Oriani La Rue.